Okay, here we go. We've got my 99th single quarterback best ball on the Underdog platform. I had 14 of the Superflex puppies that I drafted, but this is number 99 of the one QB. This is Big Ball Mania 3, $25 buy-in. I drew the 3 slot. It's Friday night. I'm recording. So listen, that thing everybody's been talking about, I'm on board with it too. Excuse me, is week 17 correlation. It's $1 million for first place in this thing. And, there's a few different games that I like in week 17. One of them that's towards the top of the list is the Battle of Los Angeles, the Chargers and the Rams, week 17. Cooper Kupp sure makes a heck of a lot of sense to me as a first round draft pick. So, there's not going to be a whole lot of surprises here. These things are, it's almost like Novocaine, those of us that are drafting high volume of best balls this year. I've heard a lot of people talking about how it's, we can't wait for the season to start, man, because it's like, we've seen these same names and these same boards over and over and over again. But we're almost there, folks. We're almost there, okay? So stay sharp, stay frosty, as they say. And so this format, week 17 correlation, that's one thing. Another thing to look at is a Stark 3 wide receivers format. So, receivers go faster here than a lot of other ones. I've built quite a few of these already on the FFPC platform and here on Underdog, and I've built quite a few with Cooper Kupp, and so Eckler's gone, right? Like, who is there? Somebody here at the end of the second that's going to be a part of that week 17 that's worth grabbing? Okay, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Stafford's a quarterback I'm going to hope to get later if it fits. Justin Herbert's a quarterback that I haven't got a lot of. If I can get him, I don't know if he lasts somehow magically to the 4th or the 5th, I would at least consider that. Akers is a running back I kind of like in the 4th and the 5th. And I don't have nearly as much Allen Robinson as I should. So that's a problem. But I'm going to go ahead and turn off the screen share here, and you can look at my ugly face while I talk about it here. It's going to take a bit before it gets back to me. But, I don't mind reaching a little bit to make a stack or to do a week 17 correlation. But, for the most part here at this point in the draft, I'm still looking to just try to pick a value where I can. And largely take the best available. I'm thinking about roster construction and all of these different factors at the same time. But I'm also a very experienced drafter. I don't mind reaching for tight end in these formats either, even though there's no tight end premium here and it's only 0.5 PPR. Okay, I'm on the clock. I like Debo quite a bit, even though I was just mentioning tight end. I'm not going to take one here. I'm just saying I don't mind it. Only a 30-second clock. These happen pretty fast. I'm probably going to take Debo here. I'm just seeing if there's anybody I want to reach for, but there's not. I'm taking Debo. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of see how this falls to me here. Let me go ahead and put this back on. Put it back on the board. Yeah, Andrews, that's a good pick with McCaffrey. I like that. I could see going Pitts here. I doubt this guy is going to take another tight end. Okay, I'm going to put him in the queue. I'm not taking Allen. I've built lots of these Cooper Kupp starts with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. I'm going to pass on that. It's too early for such built lots of his stuff too. Okay, I'm gonna take Pitts, man. This is gonna be a unique little build for me. Okay. I like blues music. I'm gonna boogie a little bit while this is going on. All right, and I'm back on here. Took a little break there while it went around the rest of the third round and into the fourth. Once again, nothing too big. Stephen Diggs stacked with Josh Allen. That makes sense. Justin Herbert did not last till the fourth or the fifth. That's all right. I'm gonna put some more swinging music on though. So let's see. I do need a running back. I'm not married to any of them here, though. I kind of like Zeke a little bit. I'm coming around on him. I like Brees Hall. I like Cam Akers in this area. Looking at the board, though, I still want to bang out more wide receivers. Really, that's the name of the game right here. I'm gonna go Juju. I like guys that are capable of putting up a lot of points. Obviously, Cooper Kupp is one of those. So is Debo. We'll see with Kyle Pitts and Juju, but to win a tournament, like I'm always looking for upside, and you want guys that are capable of putting up 40 points in a given game day. And I do think Juju, with Patrick Mahomes throwing to him, can be one of those guys. I'm not saying he's going to lead the league or be a wide receiver one. Who knows? But he's got a chance to have blow up games, and those are people you need in tournaments like this. So he has a really good game in Week 17 against the Denver Broncos. And let's see, I'm up on the clock again. Akers has kind of been falling, but he also came out with a little blurb today, said he was healthy, whatever that means. But I'm going to go ahead and stack him with Cooper Kupp. And it's a little bit of a balanced start, really. I mean, I'm more than happy to wait on quarterback for the most part. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get Trey Lance to go with Debo. But I've got a lot of Lance stacks as well. I am interested in going unique. And I've not been doing very many of these best ball Mania drafts until now, at the end of the off season, with about a week to go before the season starts. There's going to be 450,000 entries into this tournament, and right now there's 400,000 that have been drafted. With about 50,000 left to go, and so I'm going to try to get in as many of these as I can here before the end of the next week or before it sells out. And that's part of the strategy. I've done tons of the puppies, which are only $5 throughout the summer, and I've hit those hard. And that's like I've got probably 20 Best Ball Mania drafts right now. This might be like 21 or 22, but I have closer to 100 of the puppies that I've done, which I tend to win, but I also treat them somewhat like my own form of cheap mock drafting, but it's real drafting. And I learn about where guys are going, what are the trends that are out there, and then hopefully I can apply that towards these Best Ball Mania drafts and other higher stakes drafts that I'm doing this week, like in the FFPC. But so I've reorganized my tiers, and so I'm drafting based on that. Plus, the NFL just made their cuts the other day, so it's sort of a new landscape. Not a ton has changed, but these are the drafts late August, early September that I like to hit pretty hard. And I am looking to be a bit unique relative to some of the other builds that I've done so far this year. As I say all that, where am I going to go here with my next pick? It's starting to come back to me here in the sixth. So I've got a few guys in my queue. I could see doing the San Francisco thing here. I could, if I can get Ayek and Trey Lance here, you know, like I can see doing that, even though I've done it a bit to get him with Debo. Like a Debo, Ayek, and Trey Lance, like that'd be kind of sweet. I'm skeptical that I'm going to be able to accomplish that. I don't even know if any of the three of those are going to get there. I also had to leave Elijah Mitchell in my queue. The other Elijah Moore, I've got it in my queue. I also could take another running back here. There's a couple of those that I like. You know, so there's options. I could go any number of directions. I would only do Lance specifically if I thought I had a chance to get him and Ayek. And frankly, I'm not sure which one I would take first because that's the other thing is I'm going to assume that I would get sniped, but too late because somebody already took Ayek. So that saved me the trouble. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, all that to not having any options anyway. All right, on the clock, I do like Chase Edmonds as another running back. Strong enough at receiver, I can probably wait another bit to keep knocking that out. I'm gonna keep banging out running backs here because there's some good ones. Take Chase Edmonds and see what comes back around to me here. This is the North Mississippi All Stars we're listening to right now. Don't know how good the sound quality is coming through, but there went Elijah Moore. I'm probably gonna take Edwards Hilaire if he's available, and he is. You know, I like Drake London. I like Nuke. You know, I loathe Amari Cooper. I kind of like Kadarius Toney here. I don't know what's going on with Josh Jacobs. It seems like they hate his guts. I don't know. It's hard to take the press seriously anymore these days. But anyway, I'm taking Edwards Hilaire. Okay, so I got three good starting running backs. I've got a little bit of a LA Rams stack with Akers and Cup. I did not get the San Francisco stack with Debo, but whatever, he's a baller. Got a little bit of a Kansas City thing going on. Now, they have a matchup with Denver in week 14 and week 17, which is sort of awesome. I mean, you know, at this point, it's a question of like maybe I'm not drafting Melvin Gordon, so we can just scratch that. But I'll probably try to make a play for Alberto Okunbanamam. I don't know how to say his name. I need to work on that. I did actually the other day and I forgot. But Alberto. But you know, maybe KJ Hamler later. There's not much there. I've got a lot of really, really good Kansas City Denver stacks in this tournament though. I'm not sure that this squad I'm drafting is going to have a whole ton of correlation or stacking, frankly. There's still other options later. But that's okay. You know, it doesn't have to be necessarily a big correlated team that wins this thing. I am usually drafting with that in mind, though. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take a break again. Come back in a little bit. Or we could listen to the rest of the song. That's what I'm going to do. Let's just keep listening to it. So I missed out on Trey Lance here as far as quarterbacks. I could probably just keep waiting. So I mentioned missing out on San Francisco, but so they play the Las Vegas Raiders in Week 17, and I think that could also be a shootout. I think that's a good game to target. I also have a lot of good stacks and correlation in that game and some of these other entries. Anyway, so Derek Carr and Debo could be a sneaky little small correlated game here. Derek Carr could be a good quarterback for me to take here. Probably not Derwin Gibson. Probably not on the first side of the tournament, but maybe on the way back I might take Derek Carr. There went Olive. I had him kind of high. Rogers is another guy I don't mind waiting for. Henderson, I've got Akers. I don't want to take his handcuff. It's not the worst idea, maybe. Well, shit. All right, this is a tough one. I could take Brady, but I'd rather get Carr. I'm gonna reach for Burks. Not crazy about it at all. I do think he's gonna ball out though, but I wish I could get him later. But I don't like the board right here at all. Let's see if I can get Derek Carr, like I was saying. Okay, there he is. There's Derek Carr. Okay. There we go. So got a good build going here. Got all spots filled. Quarterback, tight end, 4 wide receivers, and 3 running backs. It's pretty easy to just keep going best available from here. So I do have Las Vegas and San Francisco with Devo and Carr. So I don't know. I might take a late shot on like Danny Gray or Juwan Jennings. Pretty sure I saw Renfro already come off the board. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Is Renfro still on the board? Really not sure. I thought I saw him come off, but anyway, that would be a guy normally, to also target. Who's the third wide receiver in Las Vegas? Is it? I forgot there was just a there's Renfro. I see Renfro went in the 7th there. Probably not somebody I necessarily want to target. I'm just trying to think about who would be a sneaky flyer to put onto that stack. That correlated stack. I don't know what people are calling that, but Zamir White would be another guy to. Coming back to me again here, just looking for value. Really, got Singletary, Julio, Chase, Claypool. Maybe I would put Darrell Henderson and Akers together. That could be a interesting winning combination. I also got Joshua Palmer, which is part of that Battle of Los Angeles Week 17 thing, and it's kind of like I feel like that's a piece of chalk and upside wrapped into one. Where if you're going to draft Cooper Kupp, like don't walk away without Joshua Palmer. I think it's okay if you don't get Mike Williams or Keenan Allen or Allen Robinson, but do not walk away without Joshua Palmer. I would also be targeting Everett or Higbee as well at tight end, but because I went Julio and Chase, I might just go ahead and snag Palmer right here if he even gets there. You guys are picking pretty fast, which I respect. Like I said, 30-second clock. It's usually not. It doesn't take too long to get through these. I think 45 minutes is about the longest it takes. Okay, on deck here. Come on, I want Palmer. Yeah, there went Singletary. Yeah, I'd rather have Palmer than Henderson. And if Henderson's there when it comes back, I will take him. 5 wide receivers, 3 running backs. Pretty good balance so far. Not that it has to be. I often will draft sort of top heavy, like if I'm doing a 0 running back draft or waiting on quarterback, waiting on tight end. You never know. Lots of different builds, lots of different approaches. Dobbs was the other guy I had in my queue. Oh, he got me. I will consider Rodgers just based on value, but Fields went too. Man, consider Walker if he comes back, but they're talking about it being like an under. Dotson out there. Nico. Doing Nico. I think Dotson must have won already. What? Can I see the moon from my window? Not with the light on. Huh. There's no light on. Okay. My wife wants to know if I can see the moon. I'd like to. On that note, I will go ahead and pause it. Okay, it's coming back to me here. I kind of paused the recording here for a few rounds to, let the drama build, as it were. Okay, I'm on the clock. I'm gonna go ahead and take Mariota, get him set up with Pitts. There's my Atlanta stack. Atlanta does play Arizona in Week 17. I've got Benjamin, and that's it for Arizona Atlanta. But nevertheless, that's a little sneaky Week 17 correlation, and that's my second quarterback. Got Mariota and Derek Carr, and so going back to the Week 17 game between the Las Vegas Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. I got TDP. I got Zamir White. I also ended up getting Alberto to go along with the Clyde Edwards Juju Week 17 game, Denver, Kansas City. And let's see, it's about to come back to me here. So right now I got 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. I got 6 running backs and 6 wide receivers, and I don't feel like I need any more running backs. I don't like any more of the tight ends. I could theoretically take a 3rd quarterback, but right now I'm gonna do a little mini weird stack and do Kyle Phillips, rookie Tennessee. I got him with Burks. You know, I like getting those 2 guys put together, and then we'll see what comes back to me here. Danny Gray would be at the top of my list, get him with that San Francisco Las Vegas game. Let's see. Okay, well, Danny Gray made it back to me here at the end of the 18th, and so that's my draft. The Underdog system doesn't like my team. It doesn't have it projected for very many points. And, I got to be honest, I don't think this is necessarily my best work either. But it is a little bit unique for me, I suppose. And, so it'll probably win the thing. This is my 21st Best Ball Mania. And that's my 99th single quarterback draft. However, I will go ahead and share. I have I was talking about Las Vegas and San Francisco in Week 17. I'm going to go ahead and show this team off here and share that screen. Stay with me for a minute. So I don't know how long ago this was, probably a good couple months, but let's see. I drafted out of the 11th spot. I took Adams and Debo. We got Waltler and Kittle. I went bully tight end, huh? Amon Ra, Trey Lance, Edwards Blair, Ayek. So I got the Lance, Ayek, Kittle, and Debo with Waller and Adams. This is all about that Week 17 game. I got Amon Ra, see Edwards Hilaire, some of their usual characters. But yeah, this is like all about that. And Zamir, look at that in the 17th round. Look at that. Romeo Dobbs in the 18th. How beautiful is that? Brian Robinson, man. What a bummer. I really hope he is okay. I mean, I know he's okay, but I really hope he, gets healthy and gets back out there, man. I'm a big Antonio Gibson truther and believer, but goodness, man, what a crazy story. Anyway, that's all I got for tonight. I'm going to do another one tomorrow night with an FFPC Football Guys Players Championship, which is a $350 buy-in, and we'll see how that goes. Thanks for listening. Stop the recording.